Hello, this is Dr. J here this morning, encouraging you to have faith in this furlough as we reach now the third week of a shutdown government. And now, of course, a lot of stories have been coming across different pages and things of that sort. And we see that, it's some issues going on in our government, but at the same time, we don't need to filter those issues within our home. We need to take care of our homes and stay focused on what is currently at hand. There's nothing we can do at the hands of the government right now. They are in full control of what happens to open up the government and whether people go back to work. So in the meantime, handle your own within your household and govern your own. And that way, you stay focused on what's really, really important. I was at my homecoming this weekend, and I was talking to one of my former UMBC classmates, and it was interesting because we were talking about the furlough, and I was telling him my current status, and he was like, well, you've been through this before. And I was like, how do you know I've been through this before? But I was like, has he seen the videos? I don't know. But then I remember I have spoken on this before, and I've told people my story. And so I realized I didn't tell you all my story. But between the years of my 11th grade year and my freshman year in college, things were kind of rough for my family. Between the 11th and 12th grade year, both of my parents lost their jobs. And we had relatives that lost their jobs. And we actually, I was working age, my sister was working age, you had a single mother, but we all came together to help support the household. And the thing that I loved about that situation is not only did it bring our family closer together, even our expanded family, but it also showed the pride. Well, it showed me how proud I was of my dad, that he swallowed his pride and he was open to asking others and having us actually give back into the household that he built, that he, gave to us. Why wouldn't we impart some of those finances back into the household? And yes, as providers of the household, whether you are a single mother who's providing for your household, or whether you are a father providing for your family, it's the matter of providing. It doesn't say how necessarily you provide, as long as you stay within, legal limits. But how you provide, you got to make sure that you're open to other ways to be able to provide to your household, whether it's financially, whether it's physically, whether it's just emotionally and mentally trying to keep the family together. And another thing I appreciated about my dad was the fact that he was honest with us. And for him, he's very introverted. He's not like the type that's like, okay, I need to tell everybody what's going on. Very much unlike me. But he was open and honest, and that's what made it work for us. Was it a slow process? Yes. Was it hard to bounce back from? Absolutely. But the thing that in that situation and the situations that we're facing now, as a government employee, be grateful that, you have the potential to go back to work and to a full-time check eventually. Granted, will things be kind of slow getting back? Of course. But you will eventually be able to balance things out. With my family, it was no temporary government shutdown. There was no back pay. It was no checks. We're closing these we're closing, the store that my mom worked for, and we're closing the plant that my dad worked for, and there is no turning back. After severance pay is done, it's over. So my dad made the best of what he's had, and thank goodness he did have severance pay to kind of stretch. But after that was gone, we had to make do. And we did make do. All of us turned out perfectly fine. But it takes time to regroup. It takes time to bounce back. And we hope that this shutdown won't last as long. But again, have faith in the furlough and know that your survival skills are innate. They're already inside of you. Use them. If you've ever been broke in college, if you've ever, been down to your last dime as a youngster, you make it work. Bring all those survival skills back. Don't forget that there was a time where it might be, I don't know, maybe you've always had it like that. That's wonderful. God bless you. But if you haven't, seek those skills again, and go back to the grassroots of how you made it to the person that you are now. You had to save, you had to, make do, you had to make some changes, so just make sure you understand that it is inside of you. You just got to really bring it out and do the best that you can for you and your family. And there's nothing wrong with that, providing, and however way you do it, within legal limits. Whatever works best for you. Nobody can be mad at that, but you're trying. So again, this is Dr. J on this Monday with Furlough Ponytail Felicia giving you your survival tip. Again, don't stress in it. Find the best in it. Have a blessed day.